Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We're going to have a great week this week. We're back to normal. We don't have practice tests this week. We do have to practice moving, which is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about that this morning. Please give me your full attention for the announcements because we have lots of important announcements for teachers and for students. Teachers, remember we have our team meetings in the library today at the beginning of each planning period. We're going to be going over the logistics of moving for testing. We're going to be going over testing procedures and some school rules that we're going to put forth for testing. We're going to go over some of the pitfalls that we found during practice testing and what we're going to do about it. So lots of important information at the meetings today. Please make sure you're on time so we can start quickly. Your testing administrator manuals were placed in your boxes on Friday, so please bring those with you to the meeting today. We will be practicing our moving on during second block on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. So Mr. Boyle is going to organize the moving of everyone. He will announce when we're going to move, how we're going to move, where we're going to move. Teachers will be talking about where everyone's going to move in our meetings today, and you'll get a packet that will outline everything. You'll have to go back to your classes and tell your students where they should go. We'll be testing in the new building, so all of those new building classes will be meeting somewhere else when we're testing. And so all of that information needs to get out to the students. Some other information that needs to get out to the students is our testing schedule. Now, we had the large ones at the sign-in on Friday, so teachers, please post those large testing schedules in your classroom so that all students are aware of which day they're taking which test, and those students can get here on time. And we're talking about doing some incentives like a week of free dress plus a free dance for students who get here on time every day for testing, for students who make sure they take their time on testing, for students who successfully submit all of their tests on time. We're talking about how to organize that. But students, you really need to know that schedule, and you need to be ready to try your best, to follow all the procedures, to have a plan to either leave your cell phone at home or give it to your teacher before the test, because any cell phone in the room, teacher cell phone in the room, student cell phone in the room, any device in the room could void everybody's test in the whole room. So it's not worth the risk to have your cell phone. You know you're going to get it back if you give it up in the envelope, or just leave it home when you have testing that day. That'd be even a better plan. But we're going to be practicing moving so that by Monday, a week from today, we start testing. By Monday, everybody will know where to go when it is your time to test. We're only testing one grade level at a time. We start with 6th grade ELA Session 1 on Monday, April 3rd. We'll do that during second block. And then third block, the 8th graders are going to go into the testing rooms, and they're going to take their ELA Session 1. And that's it for that day. And we'll talk about the schedule this week so you'll know what that schedule is going to look like after we're finished with testing. Teachers, please remember to do a uniform check every period. No student should have joggers on. Every single student has to have a uniform shirt on. Please check that every period in your classrooms. One other thing I have to request from you teachers, I'm getting some complaints from students that they can't hear the announcements, especially when we're intercom announcements. They can't hear the announcements in class because too many other people in the class are talking. Teachers, we really need you to make sure that all students are given full attention to the announcements, whether they're on video or they're over the intercom. Students, you need to have your full attention given to those announcements. And teachers, if you're having problems with any students in particular, please let me know because I'll take care of that problem. Students, don't forget course request cards were due on Friday. They were already due. Mr. Boyle has started scheduling. If you did not turn one in, you better get it in ASAP before Mr. Boyle makes your schedule for next year. He's already started. He's working on it today. He's making schedules, so you got to get that card into him before he gets to your schedule, because you want to be able to pick your elective. Don't forget this Friday, the 31st, we will have an activity day schedule, and we'll have our boys and girls basketball versus faculty. Any students or teachers who are interested in playing, please see Coach Ware or Coach Lowry, and tickets will go on sale this week. They'll be $4 a piece. Any 6th and 7th grade girls who are interested in cheerleading, the permission forms are due this Friday, March 31st. Please make sure you read through your packet very carefully and that you know all that information and bring that back to Miss Moore by this Friday. 8th graders, as always, you have your events coming up at the end of this year. You want to make sure that you're there. You want to make sure that you are eligible to participate in the dance. It's the most fun event of the year, I'm telling you. To do that, you've got to make sure you pay your budget. You got to get your IGP done. You have to have 100 kickboard points or more, and you cannot get suspended at all. So if you walk out of class and you get suspended over that, it's over with for you. If you have an argument in class and it disturbs the class and you get written up and you get suspended over that, it's over with for you. And all of that stuff happened last week to 8th graders. So make sure that you're on your best behavior, that you are focused on testing, that you're focused on ending the year in a positive way, focused on your behavior being appropriate and positive, and we're going to have a great end of the year. As always, we want you to come to school prepared to learn, read every day, obey the rules, take care of each other, and success will follow. Speaking of reading every day, everyone needs to make sure this week that you have a book checked out from the library or brought from home, that you have a book with you at all times, because when you are testing, you will need that book to have something to do when you're done testing. You will not be able to use your Chromebook for anything other than testing during a testing session. So everybody this week, make sure you've got that book checked out so that you can be reading every day and that you're prepared for testing. You'll have that book as something to do when you're finished with your test. Let's have a great week. Everyone, do what you got to do to be successful.